Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a Friday edition of the Maney and the Ram Morning Show. That's right, I said it, and I'll say it again. Welcome to a Friday edition of the Maney and the Ram Morning Show.
Woo-hoo!
And why not? I felt like yesterday should have been Friday anyway.
I did too.
And here we are on Real Friday with Maney and Loren. Loren comes in this morning and he goes, I was out late last night. I go, what'd you do? And what did you tell me you did?
I went to my first holiday party of the season.
Come on. Who threw a holiday party on November 7th?
Stroll Magazine.
I don't know what that is, but that's too early, y'all.
It's like the South Charlotte.
Okay.
You know, they love like South Park Magazine and
Right.
This Area Magazine. It's like the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Stroll Magazine. I love you guys, and I know you love Ren, but that was too early for a holiday party. What gives?
No, never too early.
Oh.
Well, the problem is that once Thanksgiving happens, that's when holiday parties go hot and heavy, and then you just can't get to everything.
Yeah.
So I guess they wanted to make sure that their, group came, and there was a lot of people there last night.
Okay. Were you dressed in like holiday gear? Did they play holiday music?
Did they play holiday music? I think they did as we were like mingling, and then as the night went on, it like went to regular music.
But when you got there, it had the party had holiday vibes.
I think it did.
On
But there
November
was like
7th. Holy cow.
there was an adult face painter to paint your holiday cheer on your face.
Did you get that done?
I did not.
Mm-hmm.
What did I wear?
I don't know. It was all about 7 hours ago, so who can remember?
I wore like a leopard skirt and like a black mock neck turtleneck, but I did try to wear red leather pants to be festive, and when I put them on, it just didn't work.
Holy cow. I love you. You're the best. Only you would go to a holiday party on November 7th.
I love it. I told you.
I know you do.
My life is already into the holidays.
I know it is. And you're not alone. There's a lot of people who are. I know people that are going to put up their tree and their lights this weekend. My friends,
I won't go that far yet, but my office is decorated for the holidays.
Check out this lineup. My friends from India who live in our neighborhood, they celebrate Diwali, and that's happening. There's a Diwali party on Saturday night.
Diwali?
That I think I'm going to go to after Gay Bingo, where Lorraine and I are going out and hanging. And by the way, if you want to win your way in, I think you still can on the Kiss 95.1 app. We have a table for some listeners to come enjoy Gay Bingo this Saturday night at the convention center. Anyway, they have my friends have lights up from Halloween that jump right into Diwali lights, and then they stay up for Christmas.
Love it.
You might want to consider switching your religious preferences so you can just leave your lights up.
I do love like how people love Halloween and they get into it like so early and go so big for it. Like that's my Christmas, you know.
One neighbor's having a big party on Saturday night, big Diwali party, and another neighbor asked me if I was going, and I said, I am. She's like, oh, the kids are going to love it. There's going to be lots of colors, lots of paint. It'll be fun. I go, the kids aren't going. Oh, where are they? They're going to be at the nannies. And Amanda's going out with her mom for their birthday, their big birthday celebration weekend. They both have November birthdays. And I'm like, and I'll be late too. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'll be at Gay Bingo. Which is funny to tell a suburban mom, you know. How about we start off the show with fun facts and make it a Fun Fact Friday?
All right, I love that.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do Fun Fact Friday, Loren. These are random facts that we find all over the internet. How about fact number 1, the earliest known reference to the Mile High Club? You know what this is?
I do know what the Mile High Club is.
It's when you move furniture on an airplane.
Yes.
You ever done it? Are you part of the Mile High Club, if you mind me asking?
I am not.
Wow. Silence speaks volumes. The earliest known reference to the Mile High Club is from a book in 1785, just 2 years after the first successful balloon launch. Hot air balloon. Let's see. The land speed record for a tortoise on Fun Fact Friday is 0.63 miles per hour. It happened at an amusement park in England in 2014.
Me too.
When Diet Coke debuted in 1982, it was the first time Coca-Cola used the word Coke in any of its products.
Okay.
There are 6 American cities that have a volcano within city limits.
6 American cities. What are they?
That have a volcano within city limits. Portland, Oregon. Bend, Oregon, Jackson, Mississippi, Honolulu, Hawaii, Prescott Valley, Arizona, and Austin, Texas all have volcanoes within city limits.
Wow. Austin, Texas surprises me.
You better pray to the gods or those things are going to explode, according to Maui in Moana. Let's see. A rock is considered a boulder if it's more than 10 inches in diameter.
Really?
How about that? That's how geologists refer to boulders. It has to be more than 10 inches.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's less than a foot, and that's still that's considered a boulder. Yep. And lastly, how about this one? Steak and Shake. And remember the magazine, Maxim magazine?
Yes, I know Maxim.
They were owned by the same company in San Antonio.
Really?
Yeah, how weird is that? Big Larry Holdings, they were called. And I'll give you one more on the way out. Alexander Graham Bell coined the term greenhouse effect in 1917, almost 40 years after he invented the telephone. He gave us one last thing.
Wow.
He called somebody and said, hey.
I need to tell you something.
Hello, it's Alexander. How's my thing working? Oh, wonderful. I can hear you so well, Alexander. Yes, I invented this thing that we're talking on. One more thing. Yes, Alexander. It's awful hot in here, isn't it? It is. It's because of something called the greenhouse effect. Alexander, I did not hear you. What did you say? It's called the greenhouse effect.
You're saying it kind of strict. Can you just say it normally so I can understand what you're saying?
Green.
Yes.
House.
Uh-huh.
Effect.
Oh, a what?
Greenhouse effect. That's how I imagine the conversation went years ago. There you go. The more you know on Fun Fact Friday. My buddy Justin, he is so last minute. He's the guy, Loren, that I went to the Jets game with. His son and my son are about the same age. He's part of my Cinco crew. In fact, he's the host of our Cinco event that we do in New Jersey, where 6 of us high schoolers get together.
And what do you call him? Because you
Rinko.
Don't call him Justin.
Yeah, Rinko.
Yeah.
Now everybody knows his full name. Anyway, he was on his way to the airport yesterday with his family to go to a wedding. And he texts that he's in the car, and he says, I'm in the car with my family and just realized I forgot to book my flight.
What? Wait. How? How do you forget that? That's like
because that's him.
Very first thing that you do when planning a trip.
So what happens is like he travels a lot for work. So I guess his wife relies on him to book flights. And she says, here's the flight we're on. Here's the flight number and all that stuff. Just book yourself on it. I'll do the family.
Okay, so Dallas and I do that a lot too.
Okay, and I guess it's something for people that travel.
And this is like my number one complaint / fear when we do this is that like he won't book the right flight or he'll forget to book the flight. Because like even in December, like we're all going down to my mom's house and I have the 4 of us on one flight, and then I have to tell Dallas what flight we're taking and if he can get on that flight later on because he doesn't know his schedule yet or if he can go.
Right. So, but I mean, just the fact, like, do you have any idea? I sent that to my wife, the text message that he sent. He's like in the car on the way to the airport and realized I did not book the flight.
My worst fear.
Like my worst fear too. You know, I grew up with my dad being an commercial airline pilot. And so, like, for me, flying was very serious. Like it was very regimented. You check the weather. You check delays. Like, that's what we did. And my wife even thinks I'm over the top, you know, with my behavior. I know you do.
Yeah.
You give me anxiety because you'll be at the airport bar. If boarding is at 11:20, Loren's still at the airport bar at 11:09, and that freaks me out.
Oh, I'm not leaving the bar until they start to board.
Yeah, once boarding starts, man, I want to be there. Anyway, so my buddy's in the car. I sent it to my wife, and she's like, oh, my God, I'd be dead. Like, she would throw me out of the car.
Get out. Excuse me, sir, can you pull over? Yes, ma'am, but our final destination you have is the airport. Yeah, I know. I'm kicking my husband out of the car. Could you just pull over? You know what? Just slow down and we'll tuck and roll him out.
It's true, though. My wife would not handle it, but his wife is okay with it. So he goes, I'm now flying Air Maney.
Oh, I know what Air Maney is.
What's Air Maney?
It's Spirit.
Spirit Airlines. Right? Yeah, right? And so he's like, I got a flight. It's an hour. It takes off an hour after them. So I'll be at the airport for like an hour longer. but he booked his flight in the car on the way to the airport, and that got me thinking. Like, Loren and I could never do that. We are not the people that could book a flight and fly the same day, although Loren more likely than me. But, like, there's too many hurdles that need to be jumped for you with childcare and all that stuff. Like, we can't just up and go now. But I know people who can. And I know people have done this. So, Loren and I want to know, did you book a flight and leave the same day? And not for an emergency. Emergencies, everything's off the table.
This is like your girls called and said, we're going to Vegas.
Yeah, right. I need a beach trip.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Let's go to Miami. Hi, Diane.
Hi. Good morning.
So when did you book a flight?
So we go to CMA Fest every year in Nashville, and the year that I booked, I wasn't going to be able to go, so we made it happen a week before. My boyfriend sent me the link to book my flight, so I assumed it was the right dates. So I went ahead and booked it, and I get to the airport and like somehow made all of this happen, and I'm like trying to check in, and I'm like, gosh, why is it not working? It's not giving me my ticket.
You checked into the wrong day. You booked your flight on the wrong day or something, I bet.
Oh, we lost her.
Are you there?
Yeah. Go, Diane, did you book your flight on the wrong day?
Yes. So I had to fly Spirit and end up spending so much more money. I couldn't get my money back from my other flight. And it was like a disaster. And I was sitting in the airport crying. So somehow we made all of this happen. And I just want to go to Nashville for the week. And I'm not going to be able to go. But we made it work.
Good. Yeah. Nice. That's awesome. Thanks, Diane. You flew Air Maney. That's the new name for Spirit Airlines, because that's what I fly. Hi, Ryan.
Hello. How are you guys doing?
We're good. Ryan, it's not a flight, it's a cruise. What do your parents do?
Yeah, so my parents are in Fort Lauderdale, where I grew up, and they're 20 minutes from the Fort Lauderdale port, 45 minutes from Miami, and so they basically even have go bags set to go right now. They have their cruise bags
Loren.
Day of. And the cruise looks good. It's cheap. They'll call work, say, hey, we're going to take a couple of days off, and they just jump on a cruise. And they even did one this year where they did a whole week. They didn't want to get off the boat and booked on the boat to stay another week on.
Stop it. Okay, wait, let's talk for a second. Like, break this down for me, Ryan, because I go to Fort Lauderdale all the time. It's where I grew up too.
Why sit around Mom's apartment in Fort Lauderdale while you could just go on a boat
cruise
that day?
What are we talking about when we say like a cheap cruise?
I mean, it depends, and I mean, I think my mom said she doesn't even think about it unless it's at least like 40% off at that point.
Wow.
Bon voyage, Loren.
This is my next thing, right? Ryan, you started a whole thing for me. I want you to know that.
Tanya, you took a flight to Belgium, and you booked it on the same day?
Yeah, it was my birthday, and my husband's work said that he had to go to Belgium. So he called me and said, hey, you want to go to Belgium for your birthday? Well, yes, obviously. And so, he booked me a flight. We went to Germany for a couple days, Belgium for a week, Germany for a couple days, and then I came home.
That's awesome. Were you able to sit by him on the flight?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, because that's the other issue. Sometimes if you book... Oh, okay. Loren says,
I love being on a plane because nobody can get to you. That's like hours of like private time, okay? I'm bringing my eye masks. I'm doing facials. I'm doing like self-care 101.
Anything but family stuff.
For 6 hours when nobody can get to me.
I love when external people produce the show for us. Your husband just sent a text on our family text chain about something that we were planning on talking about anyway.
Yeah.
We'll tell you why you should be on high alert if you live near South Carolina, near our friends in Augusta, coming up here in just a minute. But, Loren, we've got to mourn the passing of somebody today. This person has died.
You've got mail.
The voice of You Got Mail has passed away. At the age of 74. Do you remember those days?
I do.
Of AOL and
dial-up.
And
he changed our lives, this man.
Elwood Edwards, the voice of AOL's You've Got Mail, dies at 74 years old. One more time, my friend.
You've got mail.
Now, half of our audience can take his ashes and put it in the cabinets above the refrigerator where they store ashes of dead ones.
Apparently, that's a thing.
The other thing we need to keep an eye on is in South Carolina, authorities have issued an alert. They want residents to keep doors and windows shut after 43 monkeys escaped from a bio-research lab.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
The monkeys from the Alpha Genesis facility that conducts primate research managed to slip out on Wednesday night. We want to assure the community that there is no health risk associated with these animals, stated the police department, which is coordinating efforts with the Alpha Genesis and state officials to safely capture the animals.
What do you mean? They said that there's no threat, but they're telling you to lock your doors and windows?
Well, what they're saying is there's no health risk associated with, like, it's not like they have any disease that they're going to give you, I guess.
Okay.
Police and lab personnel have deployed food traps and are using thermal imaging to track the monkeys. That's 43 of them, though. They're advising residents not to approach them, but to call 911 if spotted. They're a highly intelligent primate species.
Yeah, no kidding.
Originally from India and China.
Monkeys are the most human-like animals. To have 40 escape in one city, knocking on doors and windows, like, what? You should see a monkey driving down the street.
Honey, someone's at the door. Oh, you live here now? Okay. Honey, we got to move.
Oh, goodness.
I know. It's serious business, man. Uh-oh.
Well, I think the monkey's going to answer the phone. Can you answer that?
Monkey! This is the guy from the Alpha Genesis facility. You remember me, the scientist who was working with you. Monkey, it is time to get back to the facility and grab all 42 other monkeys and get your butts back in here. No?
No way.
Did you just say no way, Jose? He just said no way, Jose. We got our
They're
breakthrough.
evolving. They're evolving as we speak.
No way, Jose. They're in Yemesi, South Carolina.
Which is where?
It looks to be near Hilton Head, the
Okay.
Beaufort area, outside of our friends near Augusta and Charleston.
Well, listen, if they're that smart that they got out of the facility, they could be on their way to Augusta right now. Lock your doors and windows. They're
The new morning show in Augusta on HD 98.3 will be like, good morning, everybody.
I mean,
my
people
name
call
is-
us animals anyway, so.
My name is Ape Lincoln, and I will be your host.
Lincoln?
Ape Lincoln, yes. I'll be your host today. That's Monica. That's Monarchy, our my co-host, and we'll be here today for all your morning needs. Anyway, the monkeys, all that have escaped, are female, by the way, Loren. Just
Okay.
so you know.
Well, that's because the females are the smarter of the two species.
The men are still looking at the open door. The male monkeys are still staring at the door
Yeah.
that's open to let them out to freedom, and they're just scratching
The
themselves.
doors are wide open,
Yeah,
and
and
the
they're-
guys are like, oh, should we do something here?
Just itching their crotches and their arms and sniffing. The women are long gone shopping.
Randy and Hannah, welcome to the Maney and Lauren Morning Show.
Hello.
Hey, you guys are playing Can't Beat Lauren today. 5 pop culture questions. Let's see how your knowledge is when you play live.
They played before. They said they
Oh.
got 4 correct the last time they played against you.
Okay,
So throw Loren out of the studio, you guys.
Get out, Lewis.
I'm going.
Hannah says, get out. Loren wearing her VTech shirt, sweatshirt, heading out of the studio. It's warm here in Charlotte today. Not sure why the sweatshirt was a choice, but if I know my co-host, she didn't check the weather before she got out of the house today. All right, here we go. Randy, question number 1. Hannah, hi, here we go. Dolly Parton has invited the royal family to her theme park, which is called?
Dollywood.
This singer will have a pop-up cafe with her name on it during her concert stop in L.A. No word if they'll be offering espresso.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Baby Hit Me One More Time is now part of the 1 billion view club on YouTube. Who sings that banger?
Britney Spears.
And question 4, Kristen Cavallari said this celebrity chef who wants you to try and beat him on his show slid into her DMs to invite her to dinner a few years ago.
Can you repeat it one more time?
Sure. Kristen Cavallari said this celebrity chef who wants you to try and beat him on his Food Network show slid into her DMs to invite her to dinner a few years ago. Do you know who that is?
Ramsey, I'm not sure. Gordon Ramsay.
All right, and a new Star Wars trilogy is in the works, but you won't see Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker character or Han Solo, played by this famous actor. Who is that?
Oh, man, I'm drawing a blank. Han Solo is...
3,
on.
2, 1. All right, no answer there. Good job, though, guys. Come on in. The last two were a little harder. Let's see how Loren does. Randy and Hannah got 3 correct, Loren.
Okay.
So let's see how you do. Not sure if you're going to get number 5.
Okay.
Dolly Parton has invited the royal family to her theme park, which is called...
Dollywood.
Right. 1-1. And this singer will have a pop-up cafe with her name on it during her stop for in LA on her concert. No word if they'll be offering espresso at the cafe.
Sabrina Carpenter.
That is correct. Great question, you guys. I love that. Baby Hit Me One More Time is now part of the 1 billion view club on YouTube. Who sings that banger?
Britney Spears.
Correct. It is 3-3. KCAV said that this celebrity chef who wants you to try and beat him on his Food Network show slid into her DMs to invite her to dinner a few years ago.
Is it Bobby Flay?
It is Bobby Flay. That's right. That's the answer we were looking for. They went with Gordon Ramsay.
I think she just had him on
I think
her
that's
podcast.
why it came up. It came up because they talked. And a new Star Wars she knows nothing about Star Wars. A new Star Wars trilogy is in the work, but you won't see Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker character or Han Solo, played by this famous actor. 3, 2,
Chewie.
1. It's not.
I know
Chewie.
that's
no.
Chewie. I don't know. I fell asleep at Star Wars one time.
Harrison
I went to the
Ford is the answer we're looking for,
that.
you guys.
I did know that.
No one got that one.
I
you didn't know it. You didn't say it, so you can't say you knew it.
well, like once you say it, it's then I'm like, oh, I do know that. But I don't know. Star Wars just doesn't hold my interest.
I know
Don't
it
at
doesn't.
me.
You guys, more Star Wars questions. She's got 55 straight
Okay,
wins.
so now I need to brush up on that.
And good job, Randy and Hannah.
I gave our delivery man the thrill of his life the other day.
Oh, yeah?
There's no other way to put it.
You have a wardrobe malfunction?
Well, not necessarily a wardrobe malfunction, but I was forced to answer the door in a towel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why? Can't you just leave it out?
So
or the package could sit out?
No. So I do like a rental service where you can rent wardrobe pieces, jewelry, bags, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But you have to sign for the package when they come. And I needed the I kept tracking it, and it was like delivery between 12 and 3. And then it kept like shifting, right? Well, I needed it that day for an event. And I go, okay, I can't not get ready. I can't push this off any longer. So I need to jump in the shower. Jackson was sleeping. Cashton was home. I'm in the shower, and all of a sudden I hear the UPS truck. And I'm like, oh boy. I was like, is that him? And I hear the doorbell, and I'm like, nobody else is home. It's like me, Cash, and Jackson. And I'm yelling from the bathroom because Jax is sleeping. I'm going, Cashton, answer the door! As I'm like drying myself off, getting myself in my towel.
Now, Cash can't sign, but you don't want him to take off.
At least if he knows like somebody's coming, we'll be okay. I'm thinking it'll give me a little bit longer. And Cash is in the living room going, I'm not allowed to answer the door for strangers. I'm like,
that's like the time your aunt tried to pick you up from school when you were in elementary school, but she didn't know the right code word and you wouldn't get in her car, even though you knew damn well it was your aunt.
So I'm going, Cash, I'm telling you right now, it's not a stranger. It's the UPS guy. I know him. Answer the door. And he's like, no. And I'm like, all right. So I guess I'm answering the door in this towel then. And I run downstairs because now he's been standing there for, I don't know, almost a minute.
Right.
And I open the door and my hair is wet. I mean, like soaking wet. And I'm just standing there in a towel and I'm like, well, this is awkward, huh? And I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I literally just jumped in the shower. I heard you pull up. I know I have to sign for this package and I need the package today.
And he's like, clearly you need clothes.
Yeah. So I signed for the package and we both went our separate ways, but I felt like we had a moment.
Did you have double towels going? Towel on head and
No,
towel
no.
around? No.
I didn't even get a chance to put a towel on my head.
Yeah, yeah. So when you answer, like when you put a towel on, can you tie it, or did you have to like hold it with one
it's
hand?
just tied in the front.
Yeah, tied in the front. Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I definitely held on to it because I didn't want to have a major wardrobe malfunction.
Right. Yeah. I wonder. I'd like to throw this out there. And it's very specific to delivery people, but since there's so many Amazon delivery people now and FedEx and UPS and all these different delivery DoorDashers, like if you're delivering something to somebody's house, what weird thing did you see? 704-570-9595 answered the door in a towel. We got that checked off. Anybody get, knock on the door and like the person was like completely nude, or, like in those adult movies where they go, hey, would you like to come in?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. It happens in these adult movies.
In the movies, Maney.
In the movies, yes. But sometimes fantasy becomes reality,
No.
Lauren. Now the UPS guy's buzzing. More packages are showing up than ever.
I swear
house.
I didn't order this one.
We ask you delivery drivers, what'd you see? What weird thing did you see when you went to a customer's house? Lots of people on hold. Let's get busy. Rachel, you delivered pizza when you were scrapping by like so many of us.
Yes. When I was in high school, I was delivering pizza, and there was a specific house that used to order a couple times a month at least that were very, very good tippers. They would tip about like 200%.
Wow.
But we all would argue on who had to go there because they would show up in very, very little clothing. And they were like in their 50s. In like lingerie.
Did they ever ask anyone to come inside?
No, but I think they enjoyed making it awkward. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if a guy delivery driver was coming, then the lady would show up at the door. And if a girl delivery driver, then the guy would show up. But it was so awkward. But they tipped so well, so we.
With all the hormones raging in high school, I'm surprised the delivery guy is wearing like, I got it.
Oh, no, not with these two.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Yeah,
there
okay.
were not enough hormones.
Thank you, Danielle. Hey. Danielle. Hi. What's up, Danielle? You did some delivering back in the day?
I am delivering now.
Oh.
Wow.
I go to this one house and he comes out, which they never come out, and he comes up to the door and he has a robe on and nothing underneath. And he's like, you can fit that right here and here, which would have put me at eye level. And I was like, nope, I think I'll just fit it right here. Have a
What's wrong
good
with
day.
people?
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
So now I just run the package. Every time that I pull up there, I just run it to the porch and then run back to the truck.
Don't you have to take a picture too of like where you put the package?
Yep, I take a picture of the sky every time.
You're like, sir, your package and your package are now in my phone.
Thanks, Danielle. Here's Mike, ex-FedEx driver. What's up, Mike?
Hey, good morning, guys. So I had a package that was required signature, like Loren had, and during the travels, it turned on, and it was a vibrating package. And I went to the door, and I was embarrassed because I was like, shoot, I need a signature. And when the woman answered the door, she made sure to explain it was an electric toothbrush.
A likely story.
She opened it in front of me to prove it, but I was dying. I was like, oh, my gosh, what am I going to do?
Yeah. I was a driver helper for UPS one year when I was in college looking to make some extra cash. And I remember my driver had nicknames for everybody. So that would be the vibrating house.
Yeah.
The other one before would be nude robe guy, lingerie house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we had different nicknames for all these houses. So we got us I was going to say the loser line. God, we haven't done the loser line in forever. Oh, remember that?
Yeah, I do.
We used to give a phone number to women who were going out. And if a guy was like harassing you back in the day when guys used to do that you could give them our number. And we just had like a generic woman's voicemail. And she'd be like, hi, it's me. Leave a message. And guys would leave messages and be like, hey, man, I met you Saturday night. Why don't you call me? I bought you 5 drinks. You never called me back.
Yeah.
This is the vent line where you can vent about anything going on in the world if you're not happy about it. And the vent line was full again this week, Loren. You could call the vent line. What's that number?
It is 704-666-1922.
Now, if you didn't get it there, we'll give you the number again at the end. But first, let's see what's going on this week on the vent line.
The one thing that really just gets me going is when I'm trying to get my morning coffee at the drive-thru. I've already mobile ordered. I know what I want. And you've got these people in line that they're staring at the menu like they haven't been here every damn day coming to Dunkin' Donuts. Or the people that you see them hand the tray and they got like 5 drinks. Like, you should have went inside. Like, what? This is a drive-thru. This is a quick thing. It's not for you to come in here and be like, I don't know what I want today. It really pisses me off because you have no consideration for other people in the morning.
Ooh.
I'm not entirely against her rant.
Okay.
I think there is something to that. If you have over a certain amount of items, there should be a walk-in. You shouldn't just go to the drive-thru. Drive-thru is a convenial thing. If you're not being convenial for everyone else,
Yeah.
and yes, I said convenial, then you should go inside. Also, she said in line and not standing online, like some of us Yankees say and get ridiculed now.
Why is it completely impossible in the 21st century that we've been able to put people on the moon? Why can they not make bras that fit women? Why can we not have adjustable bras? So for those days when you're a little puffier, you can, let the bra out a little bit. It's like we have 10,000 million different pills for guys who have certain issues.
Oh.
But we can't come up with a bra that fits women? Like
Amen,
oh,
sister.
just make bras that work. Make bras that women will love you and you will make lots and lots of money. Make a bra that fits.
Okay, my favorite time of the year, daylight savings BS. It's like 4:00 in the afternoon and pitch black. I try to understand why they do this every year, and something to do with the crops makes no sense. It's so stupid.
So stupid.
That's all I gotta say.
Agreed, sir.
That dude sounded like daylight savings kicks his ass. Like he's probably real upbeat,
I'm right
up until
behind him.
daylight savings comes, and then he's like,
That's literally me.
First of all, it's not dark at 4. He's being dramatic. It's like 5:05, 5:15 at the earliest.
But it's even at 3:45, you can feel it start to get dingy.
This is him in June. Hey, what's up? It's 8:15. We're heading out. And then this is him.
Yeah, like the second we set our clocks back, our seasonal depression kicks in. I wish that was a joke, but it's not.
What are we going to do? It's fine.
We can get through to January 1, but then after January 1 to when we set the clocks ahead again, check on your friends.
Good idea, Loren. We found this on Metro. It's fantasies people would never try again. Moving furniture fantasies, as we call it here on the show. Any interest, or you want me to pass on this?
No, I'm listening.
They're pretty funny. Like, for instance, someone says, I can't say I wouldn't recommend it, but use chocolate syrup sparingly. I was in a sugar coma for a week. Someone says, if it's the last place to go for privacy, still don't do it in a storage unit.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I can't imagine it's very clean in there and
Nothing
might get locked
sexy
in.
about it.
Yeah.
Someone says threesomes are definitely not as fun as they sound. It's really hard to get everyone on the same page, and someone always catches feelings or thinks that the situation went differently than it actually did.
Yep.
Which is why Loren will never do it again.
Right.
4 times that she realized. How about moving furniture in the desert in Vegas? Creepy, crawly desert things.
Yeah, hard pass there. First of all, grew up in Fort Lauderdale. Anywhere with sand is not a good idea.
Yeah. So moving furniture on the beach, not a good idea.
No.
Yeah. Let's see. Mile High Club. Trust me, the bathrooms on the planes are getting smaller and smaller.
I don't know. I would maybe hang my hat on a Mile High Club membership.
I mean, are you going to the bathroom or are you doing it on an empty plane?
No, you're not doing it in the public space of the plane, I hope.
Well, I feel like we took a call from somebody a long time ago when we did a confession segment that said they were the only ones on the plane, and the flight attendant knew and closed the blind thing.
Hey, good for you.
And we couldn't get over the fact that they were the only ones on the plane coming back from like Dallas or something.
Right.
By the way, if you're a flight attendant, I know, we have Americans Hub here, and you could be anonymous if you want. But it says here in this article that we found on Metro, these are the moving furniture fantasies people would never try again. It says that the flight attendants always notice, too, when you're doing the Mile High Club.
So they're either like cool and let you go, or they bust it up?
I don't know. I think they just know, like because one person goes in and then you have to smoothly go in with the other person.
I was on a long flight. I can't remember where I was going, but I was with Dallas, and I kept telling him, I was like, watch these two. I was like, they're hanging out by the bathroom, and it was a long, like, overnight flight, and I'm like, so they're playing double dutch right now. They're waiting to see when nobody's looking, and then these two are going in.
And?
There was always somebody looking, and I think they gave up after a while.
Someone says moving furniture in a public park. Yeah, it's outside, but still, same thing as the desert. Bugs, dirt, people around, potentially, let's see. Don't do anything in the bathtub. It's not as easy as it sounds. And then somebody else pointed out.
Slip and fall.
The same thing with threesomes. He goes, if you want to disappoint two people simultaneously, have a threesome, which is actually really funny.